to Katrina's Creations. This is episode 378, just in case you were wondering. Just had yarn tip over. Anyway, I have some finished objects, which I will share with you now. So I have made some more coin purses. This is for a sunglass case. It actually does fit my cell phone, but I have a small cell phone. But you'll see how well it fits here for a sunglass case. Yeah, so I'll put my glasses back on so I can see what in the world I'm doing here. So that is case number 1. And then I have a little green one. And then I have a rose colored one. Now this one, if you notice, the clasp is a little different. I actually like these better. This one I found when I went to attach in here, the holes seem to be smaller and it kept snagging and breaking my yarn while I was putting it through. So yeah, and I think it's cuter looking, the other one, you know, because it's little hearts as opposed to just the little kiss clasp. But I did find that it was a little harder to work with. So yeah, so those are my 3 finished objects, and there is an upcoming tutorial on how I am making these. So that is in the future, but yeah, I'm working on it, on getting that tutorial finished. So now let me show you my works in progress. I have this Afghan. I've been really working on this a lot this week because I really want to get it sent off to the lady who asked me to make it for. I am literally finished my second skein. That's all that's left of the second skein of this. And it's quite large at this point. It's probably about 3 feet long, and the width of it is probably also about 3 feet. So it's almost square, maybe slightly more than that. So yeah, here's a close-up of it. And this is from an old Leisure Arts pattern from a book, and it is actually still available as well. Yeah, I will put a link to the book that came out of down below in the description box. But yeah, there's like a whole ton of patterns as well as sweaters in that old book. But like I said, Leisure Arts still sells that book. So, and I forget the name, it was Diamonds and Cable. I think it was called Diamonds and Cables, something like that. So I will put a link to the book, like I said, down below in the description box. The other project that I have been working on is the yarn that Sue dyed for me. This yarn is so soft. Here it is. You can see I am starting to get down to the color change right in here. You can see where it goes into the lighter teal and then that dark turquoise. So what am I making with it? I am making fingerless mitts, and then I will probably have some left over, which I will make into into like footsie socks. So here it is so far. I am doing them 2 at a time. This is my own pattern. I'm just doing a basket weave stitch. So yeah, these are going to feel so soft on. I'll stick it on my wrist for now so you can see. And I have 50 stitches. One of my few little parts are my hands. I have little hands, little feet. So yeah, my hands are like kid-sized. So yeah, so that is what I am making. Now, if you missed the video where Sue dyed these for me, you can click the link right here and that will take you over to that so you can check it out, because Sue she has a master's degree in art. So she did the dyeing, I did the recording, because I knew she was going to come up with something better color-wise than what I was going to come up with, and she knew that I liked yellow and blue. So yeah, these were done with acid dyes, and this yarn is so soft. It's going to feel so nice and toasty and comfortable on my hands. So yes, that is my other work in progress. So that's what I've been working on this week. What have you been working on this week? Now, if you saw in Show and Tell, the granny square Afghan that was being made by my granddaughter, she was home from college the other week, and she showed it to me. She was actually home from college because her brother was graduating from college. Yes, I have 2 grandchildren in college. One just graduated, and I'm feeling very old right now. But anyway, so she brought the Afghan so I could see it, and yeah, I was very excited to see that we have another generation of crocheters coming up through the ranks. So yeah, that was a special grandma moment there. So yeah, that was something special in Show and Tell for me. So what am I reading? I finished the book that I was reading last week. Well, when I say reading, it's an audio book. I was listening to it because I love to listen while I'm knitting and crocheting. So I have finished the book Torn Asunder. That was by Barbara Ross. It's part of the main Clam Bake mystery series. And it had a really neat ending to it. But it also had a kind of a sad ending to it because in the epilogue, it skips ahead 5 years and catches up with all of the characters, which kind of tells me that the series is at an end. Usually that's what's happening. So I have a funny feeling that was the last book in the series, which is a shame because I really enjoyed that series. Mainly because I like Maine, and yeah, it was just a cute series, and I've read all of the books that were part of it. But yeah, when they all start tying up all the loose ends with all the characters that have been in and out of the series over time, you know that that's pretty much the end of it. So that was Torn Asunder was the name of that last book. So now I have started reading it's a crochet mystery, and that is by Betty Hechtman. Betty Hechtman is one of my favorite yarny authors. She writes yarn retreat mysteries, which are knitting and crochet related, and then she also writes a series on the crochet mysteries. This one is part of the crochet mysteries. I've just gotten started on it, so nobody's died yet. But so far, the main character, Molly, has ended up with everybody's cast-off pets throughout the series, and I forget how many books are in the series. There's quite a few books in the series at this point. But she has quite the menagerie of animals that people have gifted to her. So she has all these animals. She has 2 sons. She's a widow. She has 2 sons who are adults who have off and on decided they're moving back in with her. And then on top of that, she has a mother who was one of the doo-wop girls in the 1950s, who they're in their 70s or 80s, and they're having a revival of their little group. And so her mother and all her girlfriends, the She-La-Las, get together to practice in her living room. So she comes home from work and all this chaos is going on in her house all the time. And the latest excitement is her son has dropped off her granddaughter, her 8-month-old granddaughter, and now she's trying to figure out what to do with that situation. So anyway, haven't gotten to the mystery part, but it's always entertaining. And one of the main characters in the book is named Adele, and she's like a crochet fanatic type of thing, like militant crocheter that thinks anyone who knits is a bad person. And yeah, she's one of these off-the-wall characters that is like over the top and is actually pretty comical. So yeah, it's a fun series to read. So that's the one I'm working on right now, and that is called Killer Hooks by Betty Hechtman. I will try to put a link in my Amazon store down below if you want to check it out. Or you can check at your local library. That's where I got mine for free. So yeah, that's there. But anyway, if you want to ever check out the list of books that I like to read, if you go into my Amazon link and look under, I have one section under yarn-related books, yarn-related cozy mysteries, and one just under cozy mysteries. So I do try to keep track of what I'm reading by putting them down there. So yeah, so anyway, if you're interested, it'll be down below. So upcoming videos, if you missed yesterday's video, I showed a little summary clip of Kim and I at the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival last week. So if you missed that, you can click the link right here and that will take you over to go check out the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival. This Friday's video is going to be what did I buy at the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival. I did just a little bit of shopping. Yeah, I didn't go overboard. I was good, but I did get a few things. So yeah, I mean, I'm enhancing my yarnscape for the craft cave. That's the excuse I'm going with, and I'm sticking with it. So make sure you tune in next Friday so you can see what I got at the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival. Now it's time for... Now in our Come and Get It section, we have quite a few sales going on right now. So here we go. The first one is Mary Maxim. You can get $10 off of any order $59 or more. That sale lasts until June 9th, 2024. So you've got like almost a month to take advantage of that. You do need to use a coupon code USVIP to get that $10 discount. So again, it's $10 off of a $59 or more order. So that is Mary Maxim. Lion Brand has 30% off of select light and medium weight yarns for summer. You do need to use a coupon code MAYCYC30 to get that discount. I'm not sure how long the sale lasts. I just happened to see it today and I did look for the expiration dates, couldn't find them. All of the sales that I am listing or telling you about are actually listed down below in the description box. Click the little word more that's in bold letters, and then the description box will open all the way up and all of the sales are listed alphabetically. So again, that was Lion Brand. Next is Lovecrafts. Lovecrafts is having up to 35% off of supplies and accessories. That does end on Monday. So it's just for the weekend. That's Lovecrafts. Knit Picks. If you're familiar with chroma yarn, it's been around for quite a long time. It has some very vibrant, pretty colors. It is a variegated type of yarn. They have kind of gone through a little facelift of their yarns for chroma, and they've kind of updated some colors and things. So that's worth checking out. But they also are offering this month 20% off of Wonder Fluff yarn. That is their yarn of the month, so it's 20% off of that. And then lastly, we have the website Handicraft, and they are running actually a pretty good sale, but it ends tomorrow. It ends on Mother's Day. So if you're interested, you need to take advantage of it by May 12th of 2024. It is 15% off site-wide. So you do need to use a coupon code GIFT, in order to get that 15% off of your purchase. But yeah, it's site-wide, so that's a pretty good sale. Handicraft sells several different types of craft. They have like embroidery, they have crochet, they have knitting, they have prism crochet hooks if you're interested in prism crochet hooks. They do sell some yarn, mostly lana grossa, and I forget what else they've got on their site. It's quite a bit of options that are out there. But yeah, it's 15% off with the coupon code GIFT. So those are the sales that I am aware of for right now. I do let you all know if I run across one midweek and things. If you see one of my videos that's yellow with black writing, that's always some kind of a sale that I've run across. So I try to check them each day and post any that I find. Yeah, so that's what's going on this week. Make sure you tune in on Friday to see what I got at the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival, and I will see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.